Hello and welcome to Scrolling with Ceazor. Today is July 1st, 2026. Okay, so I've got lots of tweets for you today, and the charts don't look terrible, but they're not. We're not in bullish territory. We're still down in the cold basement. Yeah. So everything's up around 2 to 3% today. ETH is 2.5. BTC is 2.1. Gold is up 2%. How does that look? It's a nice big candle. So basically take back the losses from yesterday, the day before, and so forth. Sonic's not up though. Hype is bouncing around nicely inside the middle of my tiny range. I don't have a lot of capital in here anymore. I kind of sold all of this pump, and then I don't know. I just don't have very much in there, but I still hold some hype, so I'm still hyped on hype. Yeah, so that's about it for today. Let's swing over to the talks, to the tweets that I've selected today. Okay, so the first one here is kind of a little bit of a rant, or a little bit of a not really a rant, but maybe a vent by Don Alt. So everyone in the space dies because KOLs extracted the entire space to zero. Random dude, I want the good times back. Scammer KOL, say no more. Launches celebrity coins again to extract more. Y'all are retards and deserve it, I guess. Have fun losing more money. Yeah, so he's that's kind of how I feel nowadays too. Like I spent a lot of time telling people, be careful, beware, don't play games. It's probably better we don't help these extractors extract more, but people just keep playing with it. They just oh, I'm smarter than everybody. I can play this. I can get out. I can make profit off other people. And then I guess there's other people, just the ecosystem is just supporting them and stuff like that, because they bring volume and they bring transactions, and people just want to play with it. But anyhow, that's Don Alt's little vent. Let's move on to Ethan. So Ethan wrote this article I shared yesterday, mapping ETH yield, a whole bunch of different property. And here he is kind of tweeting specifically about the one opportunity that he highlighted in one of the opportunities he highlighted in that article, and it's the carry trade vault on IPOR by Bold. I'm in this carry trade. I think it's pretty low risk. It is incentivized right now, so I'm not sure if it's sustainable, but you can get in and get 10% ETH on your ETH with only 1.5 leverage, no looping. It's pretty straightforward. It's only exposing you to 3 protocols, and all 3 of them have a pretty damn good track records. So yeah, you can check it out and consider it. I think it's more and more people should consider it. Now, obviously, I'm in here, so I don't want everyone to consider it, because then my APR will go down. But there is some limits on deposits, so not everyone can join. Moving on, so here we have Frax Finance Peg Keepers. So here they did a tweet talking about the volume on some of their 30 pools. So they got 30 partners in their Peg Keepers. So all 30 of these, so if we open this up, there's quite a few here. So all of these different stable coins, I think they're all stable coins, have decided to use Frax FRX USD as their other coin, and there's quite a bit of trading volume on them. So most of it's through Curve, but I believe there's probably some using on other exchanges, such as maybe Velodrome, Aerodrome, or something like that. So they highlight 2 specific ones, the 2 recent additions, 3Jane. I did do a video on 3Jane. You can check it out. I do have a little bit of stablecoins in 3Jane. I'm not a burger, so I'm not borrowing anything, but you can borrow there without under collateralized based on your credit rating. So that's that. I don't know what this Veltro is. I haven't looked at it yet. It says a treasury layer for dollar denominated digital assets. So that sounds pretty suity or buzzwords, but I don't know. They're using. There's only 300 followers, but they are using Frax as their stablecoin, and I like that. I like that better than using other like USDC or even some of the other ones. Okay, so Pendle dropped this long article here. Yesterday I was talking about, a little while ago I did a tweet saying, find some from some OG. It's a great time to buy some OG DeFi governance tokens that have like rev share, single-sided staking type thing. And someone asked me, can I have some tickers? And I went through it and I showed some tickers, and I suggested Pendle as well as some other ones. I don't have that tweet up here right now, but maybe I can quickly find it. Let's see, Ceazor, let's go replies. Let's see if I can quickly find it. Probably not, I talked too much. No. I think I'm gonna give up. Yeah, I'm giving up. So Pendle was one of them. It's down quite bad, but I do think it's got some potential to recover. And while you're recovering, you can get some decent APY on it by staking it. But let's see some of the things that they did. So number one, they reduced the Pendle incentives by 30%, which is great. So they were going to do 30%, but I guess they achieved 71%. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So less inflation. I gotta read through. There's some opportunities here to get some fixed rate interest or LPing interest rates, stuff like that. Where is that other thing? So reduced by 70%, and I heard, and they did some buybacks too, but I guess it doesn't show in here. Anyhow, so yeah, so I'm not saying go out and buy Pendle right now, but you can look at it and consider it. Like, it has a pretty nice all-time high. Pendle has been pretty good at carving out a space for themselves, and it's definitely not a protocol that's gonna like disappear tomorrow. So anyhow, check it out, consider it, think about it. Moving on. Oh, this is just me looking for myself. And then over to here. So here we have Leo Lanza. He's not the founder of this, but he's the person who I saw this first. So basically he retweeted that there's this new Ethereum institutional. And let's see what it says. An independent nonprofit dedicated to accelerating the institutional adoption of Ethereum, its L2s and applications and overall. So now there's a long thread here. I will share that thread in the video and the tweets and stuff like that. But basically it's like a suit dedicated Ethereum thing to sell Ethereum to the suits, basically, and convince them to use it more and more and more. So now we have three kind of foundations. We've got ETH Foundation, we've got ETH Labs, and we've got Ethereum Institutional. So I think we're headed in the right direction. I hope it is, at least because I've got lots of ETH, and I hope they can do what they're planning to do here. So yeah, give these guys a follow. I'm not sure if I can contribute in any way to this kind of branch of Ethereum, but I do think it's important that we get more institutions to look and use Ethereum for themselves. Now, will I use their products? I don't know. I'll have to consider those as they come. Moving on. So here we have Robert from Polaris. Polaris is a stablecoin coming out. This is more like what I would like to use. I did VC this thing, or angel it or whatever, so I'm kind of hoping that it comes out, but I didn't put too much in here, not more than I'm willing to lose, etc. But anyhow, so yeah, yes, corporate stables deployed and settled on Ethereum can be bullish for Ethereum in terms of fees burned. We built Polaris around a different, much more bullish idea. Ethereum itself should become the base collateral for native synthetic stablecoins, driven by the value back to ETH through fees, reduced circulating supply, a completely different yield source. It all starts with PETH. So yeah, I will do a video on Polaris when they tell me that their docs are public and ready, and I will make that for you guys. I could do it now, but let's wait until they make sure they are completely ready for everything. So yeah, so that's that. Polaris. It's going to be a stable coin, basically. Moving on, here we have Jonas. Jonas retweeted out Safe Labs. I guess it's NASA Safe Labs, and they tweeted out that Polygon ZK EVM is sunsetting the network on July 1st. So right now, it's done. So Polygon ZK EVM is finished. It's closed. Dunzo. I never really used it, I don't think. I hope I didn't. I hope I don't have. Assets will be unrecoverable after the shutdown. So yeah, I feel like they kind of came up pretty quick, but mind you, I didn't have any assets there, I think. Maybe I've got some dust or something, but not anything significant. But yeah, so that happened. So toast. Moving on. So here we have Andy retweeting out Tokes. I don't know this Tokes guy. But Andy from the roll up, he's retweeting this, and he's kind of talking about two assets here. So the two assets of Lit and Hype, right? And how they kind of are cornering the perps marketplace, markets, right? And how people are continuing to love using perps. And I do think it has product market fit in the sense that there are a lot of people who like to trade perps. I'm not very good at them, so I try to stay away from them. I play them mostly because it's like I might get an airdrop, so I played with them. But now I don't really play with them that much because I'm not very good at them, and I don't want to get liquidated. I think there's other options that are less risky, but maybe not as is quick to make you rich if you get super lucky. But anyways, so he's tweeting out about them. Now, I always think about this whenever someone tweets out about something. Are they bullish on it, or are they sharing just general information, or do they have bags? And I think he probably has bags in both. Probably. So anyhow, so what does he say here? The two assets continue to be the best assets to hold and invest in the perps megatrend. So yeah, out of all of the perps, it seems that they're winning. Hype and Lit are pretty much winning. Moving on. So here we have DeFi Llama. DeFi Llama dropped this new dashboard for the Europeans. And it's basically a dashboard of MiCA compliant exchanges. You can open that up, and I'm not sure where the tab is, but they did drop a link here, DeFi Llama /MiCA, and you can see like which of these exchanges are suitable for you to use or not. Okay, so yeah, and all kinds of stuff like KYC. Do they have perps? What are the spot fees, and can you exchange on them, and so forth. So if you're in Europe, then you do need to consider this carefully. You cannot use any exchange, like for example Binance. Binance is not on this list of MiCA compliant. So yeah, that. So Stacy also kind of laid it out a little bit. She kind of made it a little bit easier for you. So here are all of the MiCA compliant regulated crypto exchanges based on fees. Okay, so from most expensive so from cheapest to most expensive. So if you are trading crypto, especially like spot or perps, then you can kind of go through this. I believe this is maker taker and not spot and perps. So anyhow, so that's it. So hope this has been interesting, useful, and thank you for listening, and goodbye.